The following leak location conductive installation guidelines are to be used in addition to the procedures outlined in the GSE geomembrane installation quality assurance manual. Additionally, make sure to follow local safety guidelines and directions per the engineer of record. Once panels are placed, they are ready to be welded together using the Iso-wedge. Please refer to the geomembrane field seaming section of the GSE geomembrane installation quality assurance manual. Before welding a seam in the field, all welders and welding machines should perform and pass a trial weld. In addition to checking the shear strength and peel strength of the weld, it is also important to verify that the Iso-wedge is properly isolating the conductive layer of the flap from the rest of the geomembrane liner. This is called isolation testing. To complete an isolation test, cut 2 sample pieces of liner that are at least 10 feet long. Then, using a fusion welder fitted with Solmax's patented Iso-wedge, weld the 2 sample pieces together. While the machine is welding, do not lift, pull, push, or move the welder. Doing so can disrupt the function of the Iso-wedge and lead to a seam that fails isolation inspection. Next, trim away both ends of the test section so that only the portion of the weld where the machine was fully engaged remains. Trimming the ends is critical to receiving an accurate reading during the isolation test. Using a multimeter, check for conductivity between the conductive layer on the exposed flap and the conductive layer of that same sheet on the opposite side of the weld. Ensure that the metal probes are touching the liner. During this process, ensure the multimeter is set to the resistance setting with the auto ranging on and measure to at least 20 mega ohms. If any conductivity is detected on the exposed flap, then that weld has failed the isolation test. Most digital meters will display OL when a weld has passed. All fusion welded seams must have a passing isolation test using this method. Because of the length of some welded seams, the isolation test should be done at both ends of the seam after they have been trimmed.